Good morning. I'm going over this book again.
So this looked like it would be fun, answering some of these questions. Write about a time when you realized you were mistaken. Write about a lesson you learned the hard way.
A lesson I learned the hard way. Would you like to know what a lesson I learned the hard way is? Some of these questions. Let's go see. Write about a time when you inappropriately dressed for an occasion. Write about something you lost that you'll never get back. This is a section here in here we go, Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss. The thing that I wanted to talk about, made me do a video this morning, was specifically this thing here. Write about a lesson you learned the hard way. A couple years ago, actually when I bought my first house, what happened? I bought a fixer-upper home, and and it was gross. It was such a bad idea. I mean, I was just so excited that I was just still in disbelief that I just had a moment here. I was still in just disbelief that someone would loan me that much money. The bank would actually give me that much money. This was back in 2004, and I was just like, I can't believe you guys are giving me the money. Anyways, we got this fixer-upper home. At the time, I think we bought it for $350,000, and we bought the house, and it was gross. Like when we tore out the cabinets, and there was a crap load of cockroaches. I mean, one day I'll post a video. I remember this one time. What happened was my brother, he's a little mentally ill. He's mentally ill, and that's another thing you don't know about me. I have some mental illness in my hereditary. But one of the things is, what is it? He took the toilet out of in the master bedroom, and he wasn't thinking or whatever, right? And it ripped off the connector, the water connector. And can you imagine what happened? Oh, basically, the thing that connects to the toilet broke, and you couldn't shut it off. You had to shut the water off from the outside. And the problem was I wasn't there, right? It was there with my friend. And basically, it was my friend that was fixing it up, like. And what happened was it just poured water for a while, and it just got the upstairs soaking wet, and it went down into the kitchen. It was terrible. Another thing that was crazy about this too is that I had a very big ego, a crap load of pride, and all kinds of problems. And one of the things was, the irony of all this is that my best friend Thomas was actually a real estate investor, and he had lots of experience flipping homes. In fact, I just saw this Facebook post he posted about he posted about all the houses he flipped. It was like popped up in his memories, like when Facebook rewinds, and I didn't ask for his help. I had too much ego. I actually sort of blocked it in my memory. I didn't ask him because I don't know. Actually, I want to pretend like I didn't know him, or basically what it is just ego, right? Just a way to suppress my own stupidity. So for the first time ever, I'm admitting to it here in this vlog. See what else we got on here that might be interesting here.
Write about being in love. Write about what you were really thinking. No, that's still a good one. Write about how you found your way back. Write about the kindness of strangers. Write about why you could not do it. Write about why you did it. Write about your darkest teacher.
I think we're just going to have to save all this cool stuff for another day. Alright, so continuing the vlog, we're hanging out with the baby here because, that's what we do. So we're going to just chit-chat. She's just sitting here quietly like there's nothing going on. You going to say something, Valentine? Huh? You have nothing to say, huh? It's Saturday. Who's this? Who's this? Who's that? Who's that? High five. Yeah. High five again. Ah, you scratched me. Why you scratch me? Is that nice? So here's the other cool thing I like about this book is because you can just flip to any random spot and usually find something pretty decent. And in this case, I found something on the first try to actually share on camera. It's How Has Failure Set You Up for Success? This is Scott Belsky. I don't even think I even listened to this episode. But he says here, from experience, I learned that legendary writers call killing your darlings, the plot points and characters that detract from a novel. Sometimes you need to stop doing things you love in order to nurture the one thing that matters most. It's a tough thing. I mean, if there's something that you really love and you enjoy, matters. I guess it's a little bit. It's hard for anybody. But when you're young, like again, just taking powerlifting because that's been my channel's experience for what I've been doing, is that you just want to do this thing, or deadlifting, just keep doing this one thing. But as much as you love it, the problem is it takes away from things that matter more, and that's sort of hard. It's to swallow that pill. It's basically becoming an adult, and you don't always have to be an adult. You can still be a kid, but sometimes you just got to remember that there are things that are just more important than exercise or powerlifting. Everything is important. It's just sometimes when you take on, this is really reference to taking on too much. If you're taking on too much, it's going to detract from the main. It can detract from the main thing. So it's just to be aware of it. What are you doing? Are you changing the baby? What's going on here? This is Ellie's Christmas tree, and now. Did you do this?
Now it's Valentine's wreck.
Did you do this?
Ah!
She's playing with jewels. Look at that. Poor Christmas tree. No ornaments. It's just like the bottom of our Christmas tree. Look. A lot of them got torn to pieces. There's like nowhere left. So I'm deciding if we're gonna go watch Rogue One today. What do you think, Eder?
Yeah, I do want to go.
Okay, this is my good boy here, putting Valentine in the car seat. We are here at Brendan Theaters. Ender, say something.
Why is Tiny holding her baby, grabbing her head and holding her?
She's protecting her brain. That's my theory. All right, so we are here with Batman. I'm not even taking a picture. I'm doing a video.
Oh.
Are you drinking coffee?
Look.
It's a shoe. There's Valentine here, and look at this. This is the problem that we have. She's looking at this baby. So we were supposed to watch Rogue One today, and it's kind of been a little utter failure because of the fact that she's crying. This baby's crying. What's that? Where's the baby? Where? Right there? Is that the baby? Where's the baby? Here. We'll put the baby next to her.
There's a Despicable Me.
There you go.
There's a Despicable Me 3 coming up.
Yeah?
It's coming this summer.
Alright, go.
Oh my god, I forgot. Okay, Tiny. Here you go.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You literally do it, me.
Okay, it's enough. Alright, so I wanted to end the video with this concept that I was listening to. I was listening to Coach Sumner on the Tim Ferriss podcast. I was listening to that as I was working out, and I learned that he was talking about a slow motion karate chop. Now, if there's a slow motion karate chop, something that sort of blew my mind when he was explaining it, and then I went and watched it on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description if you want to take a look at that video. But someone just, they chopped down on something, and you can see basically the skin, the bones inside, like just meshed together. You're thinking of a guy with so much power, or a girl just smashing blocks, right? Well, the reality is what happens is the bones actually absorb force. So it's almost like your body learned the connective tissue, the muscles that surround the hand and the wrist and the forearm and the elbows, all the way up into the shoulder. They all just take the force in, like a trampoline, right? They absorb the force. So you hit a very hard object, breaks the bricks in half, and throughout the process, your bones sort of absorb. They flex, you know. Whereas when your bones break, they begin to flex, and then they get to a point where they break. Now, just to give you an example, I'll get a PVC pipe like this, and you can see like this. Oops. Get this, and I bend it. Can't even notice the bend. I'm bending it, right? And there's a point. So when you karate chop something, just say this is like a bone, it's gonna flex and then come back, right? Well, when someone's bones break, when someone falls, and this is why bones break, is they'll compress up to a point and then snap, right? Whereas someone who's strong and fit, they have absorption power. So it's not really just having stiffer, denser bones, but it's also having bones that are, in a way, like muscles, right? They have flexibility just given the muscles. They're like steel beams. Like if you know anything about, I don't even know a lot about construction, but you know, one of the designs of big ass buildings, skyscrapers, is they're built with steel beams, and they are designed in a way where there's no flexing and tipping of the building, so that they can absorb the wind forces. In worst case scenario, if there was like a hurricane or something, they kind of put that into consideration. So that's kind of a cool way of looking at it. I want to bring this attention is because when muscles get strong, when bones get strong, when your body gets strong, it's not just muscles get bigger and thicker. It's more like the muscles, the system gets stronger. It's like everything gets stronger. It's so cool, like the connective tissue, the muscles around the connective tissue, the bones, the density of the bones, the neurological, so the brain, the way it connects to the hands, and how they essentially are programmed to run. You have a complicated, more robust system to tolerate stress. And just kind of goes to the idea of being anti-fragile. And that's for another video. So anyways, hope you watched this vlog. For some of you that watched it, thank you so much. Click the thumbs up button. I'll see you guys later. Bye.